Real estate for sale, home buyers blog, home buying process, the pre-closing process. Hey, Realtor and Area Specialists, Mike and Jennifer Rigley here, bringing you the latest real estate information. Thanks for joining us as we continue our 10-part series on the home buying process, as described by Fannie Mae on their KnowYourOptions.com website. Hey, so let's get started. If you and the seller agree to the terms of the contract, then the offer is officially accepted and you're on the way to purchasing your new home. But before you get to closing, you've got a few more things to do. If your offer wasn't accepted, it can be frustrating and disappointing result. But don't give up. Homes come on the market every day. Keep house hunting and your dream home could be right around the corner. So anyway, financing. If you're pre-approved, you need to contact your lender to let them know you have a contract in place. They will update your application and finalize the loan process. If you did not get pre-approved and the seller accepted the offer, you will need to submit your mortgage application as soon as possible. Appraisals. When you're working with a lender to finance the home, the lender will typically order an appraisal on the property. The lender should have a licensed real estate appraiser evaluate the property and complete a uniform residential appraisal report, Form 1004. This report shows the calculation of the fair market value of the home by comparing the property to a recently sold homes in the neighborhood. The report should also show the market value based on cost approach to value. Calculating the value based on the value of the land plus what it would cost to build the house of a similar size and quality. In addition, the report should list detailed information about the property and the neighborhood. It affects the value. Earnest money. You typically will need to pay what's called earnest money, or EMD, which shows the seller you are serious about buying the home. Think of the earnest money as a deposit you are providing the seller, usually between $500 to $1,000, sometimes as much as 3%, or a certain percentage that you will be applied to the purchase price once the contract is finalized. Now, your inspections. Another important step is the inspection process. Most buyers should request a home inspection before closing, and this is typically a condition written into the sales contract. This allows you to uncover any potential issues with the home, structural, plumbing, electrical, that may not be visible when you visit the property. See our series on home inspections. Usually there's an inspection period that's defined in the contract, and you must have the inspection completed within that time frame. If some issues are uncovered during that time, you can walk away from the property even with the contract in place without penalty other than potentially forfeiting the earnest money. So here's some helpful hints. Hire a qualified professional to inspect the property. You don't want to cut corners here. Ask your agent for referrals for a reputable inspector. Review the inspection report with your agent to determine that repairs, if any, you will ask the seller to remedy. Keep in mind, the seller doesn't have to make any repairs, but you can also walk away from the contract if you aren't satisfied with the inspection or resolution. And don't ignore any potential issues. Just because you love the home, it doesn't mean you should overlook potential problems. Don't ask the seller for more than what's fair. Normal wear and tear should be expected, especially if you're purchasing an older home. So don't assume the seller will replace older, but still working items. Some homes are sold as is, which means you agree to accept the home in its current condition. You can still get an inspection, but the seller will not pay for any repairs that will be needed. So, do you need help in finding that perfect home? Give us a call at 916-378-4671 or log on to www.WrigleyRealtyGroup.com and start your online home search today. Call us today. We'll look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for joining us.